please introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, sir. So good morning to all of you. This is a good afternoon. I think it's 1:47. No. So good afternoon to all of you, my dear children.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you. This
Good
is
afternoon, sir.
okay. Good afternoon. This is KG Misra. Okay. Uh, yes. My name is KG Misra, and I'm actually basically from UP, and that is Ayodhya district of UP. You might be knowing the Ayodhya district. You might have heard about it. I have completed my class 12th from Kendriya Vidyalaya, which was situated inside the campus of IIT Kharagpur. Okay, and then I have done my BSc in physics, that is from Allahabad University. Okay, and then I completed my MSc and B.Ed from Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University, that is in Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Okay, and from there only I started teaching, and I've been teaching in different boarding as well as day schools. Okay, uh, in different parts. Actually, I've been in Chhattisgarh, then MP, and then UP in DPS Varanasi also, and then Dehradun, that is Lucent International, Selakui. Okay, and then uh, I reached this Rajasthan. Okay, uh, Rajasthan in Mount Abu. Okay, and then from there, now I'm working in a DAV public school. Okay, in Ranchi. So it has been a very long journey. Okay, although I was teaching part time even during my graduation and post graduation also, but full fledged I started teaching. No, it's actually from 2010. Okay, because in 2010 I completed my B.Ed. Okay, so I started full fledged teaching from then only. Otherwise, it was my hobby actually, and my hobby which turned my profession. Okay, so I love teaching. Okay, I love sharing knowledge. Okay, uh, and actually I also learn lots of things from my children. Okay, so can we start the today's topic?
So please start your session, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, okay, okay, sir. I'm starting, sir. Actually, I'm trying to join through my laptop.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Just a second. Now is it coming? I think it started coming. No.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You already came, sir.
Yes. Okay. Fine.
Now you
So
are visible.
okay. Fine. So now let's start the today's topic. Okay, that is we are going to study about electricity. Okay, so I will be sharing the screen. Okay. Oh, screen sharing is not allowed. Oh, sir, I'm not able to share my screen, sir. It has been disabled. No.
Wait a minute, sir. Tyagu, please assign him as the co-host.
Okay.
Now you can share, sir. Now you can share.
Okay. So. Just a second. So I have to.
Yes, sir. It's visible. Yes.
Yes, sir. So today's the chapter which we are going to start, that is electricity. Okay. See, we know very well. No, the electricity is very important. Okay. It's very important source of energy, and we are utilizing it, no, as much as possible, almost in all the fields. No. Uh, from mobile to the trains, and now we are thinking, or not thinking only, but many electric cars have come already. No, so we are using electricity in almost all the places wherever the energy requirement is there. Now see, now we will try to go to the basics of this. No, because whenever we are going to build a building, no, so first thing is that the base must be strong. No, uh, I think all of you are aware of the structure of the atoms. Okay. Uh, Just one of you just tell me how the electrons are present, how they are there in the atom, and what is the position of protons and neutrons. Please, anyone? Sir, can they respond or not?
Sir.
Yes. How
Sir,
the,
proton and the neutron is present in nucleus, sir.
okay, very fine. And electrons, they are actually revolving in orbits around the nucleus, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Very fine. Very good. So that is the atomic structure. Okay. And we know very well, no, when we are talking about the protons, electrons, and neutrons. So out of these three, two are the charged particles. Okay. That is electron, which has got the negative charge. We know very well. And the protons have got the positive charge. Okay. And as you told only, the protons and neutrons, they are lying in the nucleus. So what happens, no? Actually, in the nucleus, they are lying, but we know that, no, protons have got positive charge. So protons will repel each other, no? Then also they are being held inside the nucleus. So that means there is some very strong forces binding them together, no? And you know that force is called strong nuclear force. And that strong nuclear force, you know, it is the strongest force in the nature. I would like to tell you the figure, okay? It is around 10 raised to the power 39 times stronger than the gravitational force. 10 raised to the power 39 times. Just you can imagine, 1 followed by 39 zeros. It is very difficult to read that number, no? So that strong nuclear forces with respect to the neutrons and protons strongly. Expect the protons to start from the basics, that is an atom, okay? You know, atomic structure, when we are talking about, no, in the nucleus, what we are having, protons and neutrons, okay? Protons are positively charged and neutrons are neutral, okay? And around this nucleus, the electrons are revolving in different orbits, okay? That is the atomic structure which we have discussed, okay? Now, the way we arrange the electrons in different orbits, that is called electronic configuration, okay? Like for suppose we are taking sodium. What is the atomic number of sodium? Yes, anyone?
Sir, 11.
11, yes. Thank you. That's 11. So, how they are arranged in the orbit? It is 2 in the first, because maximum we can arrange here 2. That's all. Minimum we can have 1, but maximum we can have 2. Okay? Now, then 8. So 2 and 8 is 10. How much is left? 1 more is left. This is the configuration. If we are talking about the chlorine, atomic number of chlorine is how much? Yes, please.
Sir, 17.
17, yes. That's absolutely correct. 17. So how we can arrange these electrons over here? 2, 8, and 7. Okay. Now see, we know that it's the law of nature almost, that everything tries to regain the stability, no? So stability, for to become the stable, no, when they can become stable, only when they can complete 8 electrons in the outermost cell, okay, which we call as octet. You might have studied in chemistry, okay. So in order to get the complete the octet, it requires how many electrons? It requires 7 electrons, no? And this requires how many electrons? It requires 1 electron. Okay. Now just tell me, this will give the 7 electron to this. It will be easy. Or this gives 1 electron to this. This will be easy. Which will be easy? Sodium giving 1 electron to chlorine, that will be easy. Or chlorine is giving 7 electrons to sodium, that will be easier.
Sir, getting 1.
Pardon me?
Sir, getting 1.
Okay, getting 1 will be easier. Fine. So sodium will give 1 electron back, because that will be easier for sodium than gaining 7 electrons. No? Now, as it will give 1 electron, what will happen? This orbit will not be there, so we can have this 2 orbits are there, and this is the last filled orbit, and it has got 8 electrons, so it will become stable. But before that, I would like to tell you the amount of charge which is present on an electrode is how much? It is equal to the fundamental charge, that is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. This is the amount of charge an electron has, and it has got negative nature. Okay. When we are talking about the proton, a proton has got the same amount of charge, only the nature of the charge is opposite, that's all. And coulomb, obviously, it is the unit for charge. Okay. It has been named after a great scientist. Okay. Coulomb has been named after the name of the great scientist. So, this is the charge which is found on an electron, and this is a charge which is found on a proton. Okay. Now, if you see a neutral atom, no, in a neutral atom, the number of protons equal to number of neutrons. So it will have how many protons and how many neutrons? Obviously, 11 protons and sorry, not neutrons. 11 protons and 11 electrons it will have. Now, this charge, no, that is this charge that is 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, no, this charge we call as a fundamental charge. It is actually denoted by like this 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, this is called fundamental charge. Okay, and it has got neither positive. See, it's just a value of charge. Okay, nature is not given over there. Okay, so this value is called fundamental charge, because this is the minimum stable charge which can be obtained. Okay, there are other particles which are having charge less than this, but this is the stable one, okay, most stable one. Now, so this much charge only, you see the electron is having, electron we can write in terms of E, so then it is having minus E charge, no? If we are writing in terms of E, we can write it as having plus E charge, no? Why I am using this E? Because it's easy to write, no? That's why, rather than writing this long value, okay? Now, what is the number of protons and electrons in sodium atom? Obviously, when it is neutral, then number of protons is how much? 11. And number of electrons is also 11. Okay. So, what is one charge on one electron? E minus E. So, it will have minus 11 E charge. And the charge on proton is E. So, again, it will be plus 11 E positive charge. Getting my point, all of you? Yes or no? Yes.
Sir, why positive and negative both E, sir?
Okay. Still the same problem is there. Okay. Okay. Still the sound is not okay. Oh. What about now? Is there any improvement in the sound? Is there any improvement or not?
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. So, what happens now? This sodium, when it is a neutral atom, then it has got 11 protons, and we know that every proton has got plus E charge, so 11 protons have plus 11 E charge. Okay. Also, we know that one electron has got minus E charge, and sodium has got, when it is neutral, it has got 11 electrons. So total negative charge will be how much? Minus 11. Now tell me, what is the total charge on this neutral atom? It is 0. No, already we are talking about neutral atom, so it is 0 obviously. Okay, but the moment it leaves one electron to complete the octet, what will happen? What will be the number of electrons, number of protons on this sodium atom? The moment it is leaving one electron, what is the number of protons on the sodium atom?
Sir, 11, 12.
Yes, 11. See, number of protons will not change, no? Because it is leaving electron, not proton. So number of protons will remain same. So total positive charge also will remain same. Okay. But as it is leaving one electron, so what will be the new number of electrons in the sodium atom?
10.
Exactly. So total negative charge will be how much? Minus 10 E. Now, if we add this, what we get? Plus E. Okay. So that means when the sodium atom is leaving one electron or donating one electron or giving out one electron, then it is getting positive charge, first thing. Okay, so that means from here what we get the idea, when anybody gives out the electron, it becomes positively charged. Okay, this is the way the bodies get positively charged. This is the only way I can say. Okay, the bodies get positively charged. They get positively charged by giving out the electrons. Okay.
Sir, actually, last a minute, sir. Just interact with
Yes,
our
sir.
children, sir. Last a minute.
Oh, okay. So, have you understood something? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Got any doubt? You want to ask something? You can ask. Really, the network problem, no?
Children, do you
Created
know,
lots of-
do you have any doubt? Just ask him. Otherwise, say thank you to sir.
If anyone has got any doubt, please ask.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.